Napoli dropped their first points of the Serie A campaign with a 0-0 draw up against Jose Mourinho's bloody Roma. But what about the rest of the back? How do they get on? We'll take a little look at it next. That's right, folks. Back was giving another prediction video today. We look forward to match number 10 over in Serie A, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button, keep your bang up to date with all things Serie A related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to all here, boys. Under one roof. That's right, Napoli dropped points. In fact, they've nearly dropped the bloody lead. Of course, level of points now with AC Milan at the top of the table over in Italy. Of course, Roma remain in the top four, as of course Juventus still outside the old Champions League spots. We'll take a look at all of it in a second. A big shout out to my VRPs. They are the Patreons. Boys, we're going to thank you for your good support as we try to crack this son of a bitch up another level. But anyway, let's get into the deep end and have a look at how we all got on. And when I say we, I mean you and me in the old prediction league in just a second. So let's get a look at the fixtures. These are the games that did take place this past weekend. Fiorentina did beat Cagliari, moving up to 7th in the table. 3-0 win for them. Roma, 0-0 draw against Napoli. Big result for them to get back to at least not losing. Atalanta against Udinese was a 1-1 draw there. Of course, Atalanta with a heavy week, losing the United. Then, of course, picking a draw here. Of course, big winners, AC Milan, 6-goal thriller there, 4-2 win for them. Zlatan and co moving up to 2nd in the table. Torino, big win. They're up to 12th in the table. Goodness gracious me. Who'd have thought that? Of course, the perennial or annual, I don't even know what I'm saying, regularly down the bottom there of the table in the relegation spots, but not this time out, up to 12th in the table. Meanwhile, Lazio got themselves a bit of a battering, but by Hellas Verona, big win for them. Lazio down to 8th. Sarri ball not really working out this weekend. Meanwhile, the battle of the big boys, Internazionale against Juventus, ended up all square. Of course, 1-1 in the end. Sampdoria picking up a big win, finally. 2-1 over Spezia. Of course, they are my boys, so they are my tip. Not necessarily to do well, but my tip. They are my Italian team. I like to see them do well. They haven't done well in forever. Meanwhile, Sassuolo against Venezia was a 3-1 win for Sassuolo. And, of course, at the bottom there, another 6-goal thriller going favour Empoli. Of course, moving up to 9th in the table. Dizzy heights for them as well. Try to add these up. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5. I got 5. There's a bit of context there. See how everyone else gets on there. So I got 5. Let's take a look at the grand scheme of things. This is the table, of course. Napoli and AC Milan, 25 points on the board. 7 points clear already over Internazionale. They are the champions, and of course I did anticipate that. Of course, Conte leaving a massive hole at the top of the table, at top of that structure there that is Internazionale. So I don't really think they're going to be in this race. I still think Juventus can rise. They've got a great manager this year. It's just a really shitty start to the campaign, and I do expect a response from Lazio a little bit. So I do anticipate a very, very tight year this one. Will Napoli hold on? Probably not. Will AC Milan? I think they've got a realistic chance of winning the title as well. So we'll see how it gets on. In fact, go back to that year. So Roma really got a lot of work to do if they're going to be in it. But I think that goal right now is get Champions League football back first, and then we'll move on from there. Take a look at, of course, the table. Of course, this is it. It's got 5, which is pretty shit when you look at it. Kevin, though, got himself 8. Well done, Kevin. Well done to you. 8 points on the board. To Deep Out the Great up there in 7 points as well. And then, of course, the chasing pack with 6. As for the rest of the gang, then, of course, in the grand scheme of things, leading the charge is Deep Out the Great with 1 point clearance over JSP FC. Are great. Game Charles up there with 50 points as well in the bronze medal spot right here, right now. And then the chasing bloody pack. Then, of course, it is quite tight. Of course, a lot of points on the offering. You just need a couple of little bad weeks, everybody else. And then, of course, Kevin, the likes of Kevin in 14th. It can move up to bloody, you never know, up to 4th. Dizzy old heights. Keep on going. Keep on predicting. You just don't know. People might have an off day. The internet might be out. You just, I don't know. I'm not accepting mail-in predictions. It's only via the website. Serie A. Get involved with it. So here we go then, shall we? Of course, kicking on forward. Games are taking place this week in a double match week. So a good chance this week to get yourself on the board. And of course, at the end of this week, will be the final one for the month of October. So here's a chance for getting predictor of the month. So here we go then. AC Milan will kicking us all off on Tuesday, October the 26th, up against Torino. Of course, played for the 39 times since 1993. 20 wins for AC Milan. We've got 3 wins for Torino and 16 draws for AC. 7-0 win. The biggest win otherwise a 2-0 win. Milan just 2 defeats the past 6 for them. 67% form at the moment. As for Torino, just 1 defeat, 1 win in the past 5. 50% form at the moment as well. Last time around though, over in Milan in the Coppa Italia was a 5-4 win for AC. Was that penalties? I don't know. Last time around in the league though was a 2-0 win for AC. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins on the bounce against Torino, so looking very, very good for them at the moment to make it 6. Of course, Milan on the back of that 4-2 win over Bologna. As for Torino, they did make a 3-2 win over Genoa last round. Of course, the odds on this one, we do have AC Milan 7-4 on for the 65 is your draw, 90-4 is your away win. That's Torino, but nothing to stop Zlatan over the 2-0 win to take it to the house. Cagliari will entertain Roma this coming Wednesday, October the 27th. Play each other 45 times since 1993. 22 wins for Roma, 10 wins for Cagliari, and 13 draws. Big win for Cagliari, 5-1 win. The big win the other way, also a 5-1 win. Just 1 win in 6 for Cagliari at the moment. Meanwhile, 33% form. As for Roma, without a win in 3. 42% form for them at the moment as well. Of course, last round in Cagliari was a 3-2 win for Cagliari back in April 2021. The away side hasn't won this game since Roma beat Cagliari back in 2020. 4-3 wins, 7 goals for in there. There's goals in these games. And the last 3 competitive matches, there's been 16 goals in the last 3 between these two sides. Of course, looking horns last round, of course, Cagliari did lose to Fiorentina, 3-0 loss there. Of course, Napoli drew with Roma last round, 6-0. They also lost to Bodo Glimt 6-1 in Norway. Bit of an embarrassing one there. Back-to-back games for Roma without scoring a goal in Serie A. Of course, coming at you though, look at the odds. 50-4 is your Cagliari, 10-7 on is your Roma. 3-1 is your draw on the odds on that one. Going to go with Rome on this one, 2-0 win, get back to winning ways, and it goes back to scoring ways. Empoli doing very, very good. Up against Internazionale, the champions, of course, coming at you this coming 27th of October. Played each other 24 times in 1998. 2 wins for Empoli, 20 wins for Internazionale, and 2 draws. Big win for Empoli, 1-0 win. The big otherwise a 5-1 win. Empoli win 3, losing 3 of the last 6. 50% form for them at the moment. Internazionale just 1 defeat past 6 for them. 58% form for them at the moment. Drawing a lot of games right here, right now. Last time at Empoli was a 1-0 win for Internazionale. That was back in December 2018. They've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bounce against Empoli. Empoli's last victory, you're going to have to go back. You have to go all the way back to 2006, 1-0 win for Empoli. As well. Of course, Empoli picked up a win against Salernitana, 4-2 win last time round. Of course, Internazionale drew with Juventus, 1-1 last time round. Back-to-back games without a win, though, in the league for Internazionale. The odds on this one, though, will go in favour of the visitors. 2-1 on for the victory. 90-4 is your host, and 50-4 is your draw. I'm going to go with the away team as well. 3-1 win to take it. Venezia will entertain Salernitana, of course. This time last season, this was, of course, in Serie B. Played each other 22 times since 1997. 6 wins for Venezia, 10 wins for Salernitana, and 6 draws. Biggest win for Venezia, 2-0 win. The other way was a 3-0 win. Venezia comes to just 1 win in 6. 33% form. As for Salernitana, also 1 win in 6. 25% form for them in the moment. Of course, last time out over in Venezia was a 2-1 win in Serie B for Salernitana as well. They got 1, 2, 3 in the bounce against Venezia. Of course, that last match was, of course, back in December 2020. Of course, Salernitana did lose to Empoli 4-2 last round. Of course, Venezia lost to Sassuolo 3-1. Of course, odds on this one could go either way, I'm sure, but the favourites are the host. 21-20 for the victory, 25 is your draw, 11-4 is your away win. That's Salernitana. 2-0 win for me for the hosts on this one, and of course, big win for them. Juventus will take on Sassuolo on Wednesday, October 27th. Played each other 16 times since 2013, just 1 win for Sassuolo, 12 wins for Juventus, and 3 draws, of course. Biggest win for Juventus, 7-0 win. The biggest win the other way, just a 1-0 win. Of course, Juventus coming to just 1 blip in the resume of the last 6, picking up 1 draw and winning the last 5. 92% form for them. As for Sassuolo, just 1 defeat past 4 for them. 42% form over the last 6 games. Last round, Juventus was a 3-1 win. That's back in the 10th of Jan. 3-1 win there. Of course, Juventus did draw with Internazionale last round. As for Sassuolo, they beat Venezia 3-1 last round. But before the last match for Juventus, they'd gone 1, 2, 3, 4 games without conceding a goal. So conceded just 1 goal in 5. That's a little bit better way to say it. 20-9 on is Juventus, 11-2 is your away win, and 50-4 is your draw. Juventus will win this one 3-0 and another clean sheet to boot. Sarri Ball will entertain Fiorentina this weekend in a bit of a zinger over in Rome. They played each other, according to my eyes, 54 times since 1994, 31 wins to Lazio, 13 wins to Fiorentina, and 10 draws. Biggest win for Lazio, 8-2 win. The biggest other way is a 4-1 win. Of course, coming at you though, Lazio just 1 win in 4 for them, 58% form for the moment. As for Fiorentina, winning 3 and losing 3 at the last 6. 50% form for them at the moment. As course, Fiorentina did lose to Lazio last round in Rome. That was back in January 2021. 2-1 win for Lazio. They've won back-to-back at home. In fact, they won 3, at least 3 on the spin. 4, 5, 6. Oh, I don't know. I've lost count now. I've made a mistake. 2, 3, 4. 4 on the spin for Lazio at home when they've taken on Fiorentina in all competitions and all venue in Rome. Of course, look at the odds on this one. We have Lazio coming at you 11-10 on. They are the favourites. Of course, 3-1 is your way when that's Lazio. 13-5 is your. It's still tight though. I'm going to go with give it to Lazio, but of course the table shows we look at 7th against 8th. Fiorentina 7th. Of course, Lazio in 8th. Sampdoria taking on Atalanta, of course, who are in a bit of a wobble of recent form. Of course, that collapse against United, of course, following up with a draw this past weekend. These two sides have played each other 39 times in 993, 19 wins for Sampdoria, 15 wins for Atalanta, and 5 draws. Biggest win for Sampdoria, 3-0 win. The biggest win other ways a 4-0 win. Just 1 win in 5 for Sampdoria. 42% form. As for Atalanta, just 1 win and 4 for them. 42%, 50% form for them at the moment. Of course, last round in Sampdoria was a 2-1 for Atalanta. That was back in February 2021. Of course, Sampdoria picked up a winning at Spezia last round. Of course, Atalanta did draw with Udinese 1-1 last round. Of course, look at the odds on this one. We've got Sampdoria 10-3 for the victory, 11-8 on is your Atalanta. The eye favourites, 16-5 is your draw. Unfortunately, I'd like to see it, but unfortunately I won't. Atalanta with a 2-1 win in the end. Spezia will take on Genoa. This coming Tuesday, October 26th. They two sides play each other 8 times since 2005. 3 was for Spezia, 5 was for Genoa, and 0 draws. Biggest win for Spezia, a 2-0 win. The biggest the other way, also a 2-0 win. 2 wins in the past 6, though for Spezia, 33% for up against Genoa, who haven't won in the last 6 games. A year ago, Genoa were 11th in the table with 5 points. They're now 18th with 6 points. That's how different a year makes. Of course, last time around though, over in Spezia was 2-1 for Genoa. They've won back-to-back over Spezia in last season. Genoa did lose to Torino last round. Spezia lost also to Sampdoria last round. Look at the odds on this one. What do we have on this? We have 6-4 is your Spezia. 15-8 is your Genoa. 23-10 is your draw. So the hosts are your favourites on this one. I've gone with the draw, 1-1 right down the middle on this one. Next, of course, we have the leaders, Napoli. They'll be taking on Bologna coming at you on Thursday, October the 28th. These two sides played 35 times since 1996. 18 wins for Napoli, 11 wins for Bologna, and 6 draws. Biggest win for Napoli, 7-1 win. The biggest win otherwise a 5-1 win. Just 1 defeat of the past 6 for Napoli, 75% for. Meanwhile, Bologna just 1 win in 6. 33% for them at the moment. Last round over in the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona was a 3-1 win for Napoli. That was back in March 2021. Of course, Napoli did draw with Roma 0-0. 1, 2, 3 clean sheets on the mounts for Napoli. Meanwhile, Bologna did lose to AC Milan 4-2. 6-goal thriller on that one. Look at the odds on 11-4 on is your Napoli. Of course, 7-1 is your away win. That's Bologna. And 4-1 is your draw on this. I'm going to go with a win for Napoli on this one. 3-0 win. And of course, clean sheet to bloody boot. And then finally, we have Udinese up against Hellas Verona coming at you on Wednesday, October the 28th. 27th, of course. These two sides played 20 times in 1996. 8 wins for Udinese, 5 wins for Verona, and 7 draws. Biggest win for Udinese, 4-0 win. The biggest win the other way is a 3-1 win. Of course, Udinese did start the season okay, but now they dropped off a little bit without a win in at least 6. As for Verona, just 1 defeat the past 6, 67% form for them at the moment. Of course, last round over in Udinese was a 2-0 win for Udinese. That was back in February 2021. The away side hasn't won this game since Udinese beat Verona 1-0 win. In fact, 1-0 win. Of course, another minor stat here. The last 4 matches, the away side hasn't scored a goal in this game, so it's quite a tight game. In fact, if we want to open it up with just 1 goal it's been scored by the away team in this match over the last 8 matches, 7 matches, something like that. So yes, it's a tight one for the away one. Of course, Verona did beat Lazio 4-1 win last time. Of course, Udinese picked up a 1-1 draw against Atalanta. The odds on this one though, I'll go in favour of 7-5 is your Udinese, 90-10 is your Verona, and 12-5 is draw. So Udinese are your favourites. I'll go with them with a win as well. 2-1 win to take it, boys. To take it to the house. If you want to get involved, use the URL /Serie A. It's a bit of fun. If you've got one of them QR code readers on your phone, just take a picture of the screen and you'll go right there to the banger right here. To get your picks in, be sure to give the videos a moment. Smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Facebook, and of course I'm on Patreon. But until then, see you soon. Until then, we are done. Until midweek, when we're back once again.